What if a single moment could change your life forever? For Jane, a dedicated young healthcare worker, that moment arrived unexpectedly. It came with the sharp sting of a needle stick. She had always been careful, always followed the protocols. It was a routine procedure, something she had done countless times before. But this time, the needle slipped. It pricked her finger, drawing a tiny bead of blood. Her heart skipped a beat as she stared at the drop. Her stomach lurched as she realized the unthinkable. The blood on the needle belonged to a patient who was HIV positive. Time seemed to stop. Jane's heart hammered against her ribs. She could feel the panic rising, but she had to stay calm. She knew the protocol, the slim but terrifying window of opportunity to prevent a potential infection. Every second counted. But knowing and feeling were two entirely different things. The fear was overwhelming. The world around her faded to a blur as a wave of nausea washed over her. She had to act quickly, but her mind was racing. Fear, raw and consuming, tightened its grip on Jane. It whispered insidious doubts and painted terrifying scenarios in her mind. Would she lose her job? Would her family and friends turn away from her? The thought of facing their judgment, their fear, was almost unbearable. Sleep offered no escape, only a relentless barrage of nightmares. She saw her future slipping away, replaced by an uncertain and frightening path. The weight of her secret pressed down on her, threatening to suffocate her. She felt utterly alone, trapped in a prison of her own fear. The days that followed the incident were agonizing, filled with uncertainty and fear. Each tick of the clock, each passing hour felt like an eternity. Time seemed to stretch endlessly, amplifying her anxiety. Jane clung to the hope that the post-exposure prophylaxis, or PEP medication she had immediately started, would be enough. She meticulously followed the regimen, never missing a dose. But the fear lingered, a dark cloud hanging over her. The uncertainty gnawed at her, making every moment a struggle. She found solace in the unwavering support of a close friend, confiding in her and drawing strength from her empathy and understanding. Their conversations were a balm to her troubled mind. Her friend's presence was a lifeline, a reminder that she was not alone in this. The bond they shared grew stronger with each passing day. Together, they faced the agonizing wait for the test results, their bond a source of comfort and strength. The days were long, but their friendship made the wait bearable. Finally, the day of the test arrived. Jane had been waiting for this moment with a mix of dread and hope, her mind racing with possibilities. She had spent countless nights awake, imagining every possible outcome. The hours dragged by with excruciating slowness. Each tick of the clock seemed to echo her anxiety, amplifying her fears. She tried to distract herself, but nothing could take her mind off the impending call. When the phone rang, Jane's heart leaped into her throat. She hesitated for a moment, her hand trembling as she reached for the receiver, bracing herself for the news. It was her doctor, and his voice held a note of relief. The test was negative. Jane could hardly believe it. The weight of the world seemed to lift off her shoulders in an instant. Relief washed over Jane in a tidal wave, leaving her weak and trembling. She sat by the window, sunlight streaming in, feeling a profound sense of gratitude and hope for the future. Jane's journey through the fear and uncertainty of a potential HIV exposure was a testament to her resilience and the importance of timely medical care and emotional support. She knew she couldn't have faced this ordeal alone. Her experience served as a stark reminder of the risks healthcare workers face and the critical need for compassion and understanding. It highlighted the importance of support systems and the strength found in human connections.